Ah, HellBells. Dum 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 dum. HellBells. All right, let's get to it, folks. Crazy optics in play.
Up, open. Doors pretty closed. Pretty shut. Replace. One more.
Not to jinx this game, but who are you most nervous to see come out up there?
I'm most nervous to see the Beast.
Anyone who's familiar with the chase knows the Beast, or you're lying.
I was the world's first chaser back in 2009. I've won more games than anybody else, and I'm here to crush American dreams. All I say after watching a cash builder that there's clearly no beginning to your talents as a quizzer. Everest in the Alps? Bring on the geography questions.
He's an enormous trivia talent, but he's an enormous everything.
I mean, that's not camera tricks. Like, he is really like 6'6", 300 pounds. Once the camera is rolling, he will destroy you, and he is not remorseful about it in any way.
Let me put it simply. They can't place. You can. I'm here to test you, and I respect good players. I respect brave players. I have no time at all for people who just want to simper around on camera for now.
And I understand you have a nickname.
Yes, when I was a kid, I was given the nickname KIA, or Know-It-All, because I think I know it all.
But I'm afraid KIA is about to go MIA on this show.
The original three chasers can hang with him, so I think it's kind of sparked a competition. They are more competitive with each other than they are with any contestant that comes on this show.
We assume he's very smart, but that might just be the accent.
So on an older version of the show, I played against the Beast, and I think he's played thousands of games in 3 different countries, and he called me the toughest opponent he's ever faced.
The land of burgers, hot dogs, and French fries. I'm home. I can promise you that win or lose, I'm going to have a great deal of fun, and I'm going to play as hard as I can. If people win money off me, they're going to have to earn it.
King Charles III will make his first official state visit as monarch to the United States in late April, visiting Washington, D.C., New York, and Virginia.
So you've seen that right here, folks. Not only is it Illuminati Day today, so happy Illuminati Day, but it is happy 250th Illuminati birthday. So go figure.
Official state visit as monarch to the United States in late April, visiting
That would be today, folks. May 1st, 2026.
Washington, D.C., New York, and Virginia. Charles, as Prince of Wales, visited the U.S. and several sitting presidents many times before, but this will be his first visit as king. His visit comes as the United States celebrates its 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. After arriving in Washington on April 27th, King Charles and Queen Camilla will meet with U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump for a private tea.
Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you are really great and powerful, you'll keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures, think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you audience tomorrow instead of 20 years from now. Oh, the great Oz has spoken. Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Followed by a garden party. A formal welcome ceremony will be held at the White House, complete with a ceremonial military review before King Charles and President Trump meet for a bilateral meeting.
Welcome to Birmingham.
So, let's take you first to the Bank of America mural. There are 3 paintings that are prominently featured in the Bank of America Corporate Center
Mayday, Mayday, folks, Mayday.
in Charlotte, North Carolina. This fresco was created by artist Benjamin F. Long. Let's begin with one of the murals. In the final sequence of the murals, we see the surviving blue-collar population at the bottom. Notice there are 13 men working below to acquire the wealth of the elite. The shovels that they hold have heads that are rich gold in color, suggesting gold as the resource to secure. And by the way, 13 is the occult number. At the next level above the ground is the higher level, educated, skilled worker who is rebuilding the new world, while the elite giant is restfully sleeping above in the hills, suggesting his secret control. The picture suggests a rebuilding era due to the clean landscapes. This is the final era of the elite, after many on the earth have been eliminated and the new world is underway. In this mural, the back wall, as you'll notice, has a barbed wire, and the elite above are circling in alchemal flames in naked freedom and power while being separated from the chaos below the net. Key characters in the crowd are hazmat and Marines carrying rifles. There is an active burning industrial building if you look in the background, suggesting a crematory. And you see to the right, at the top, the Nazi gold eagle and flags that are red, white, and blue, with blank street signs and protest signs that are blank, suggesting that the people have no voice and no answers. There's more details to the mural. In this mural, there is the Masonic checker floor as part of the landscape, along with the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan youth in the Masonic heel-to-heel 90-degree stance, representing a new generation.
It now gives me the greatest pleasure to declare the 22nd Commonwealth Games open.
The burning bush in the background is blowing exactly westward, indicating that the Western world is being burned. You see the close-up. The white male right next to the burning bush, wearing a red sweater and blue jeans and reading a book, is casually aware of the burning bush. Masonic rituals depict initiates, especially those of the 33rd degree, as revered and being near the burning bush. The woman inside a transparent cube is being drawn by the electromagnetic energy of the black sun at the top. Politicians are arguing their explanations. So, let's talk about, in more detail, the figure in the trench coat, the Prince, the Order of the Garter. A young boy is dressed in a long, dark, double-breasted trench coat, resembling Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, KG, born June the 21st, 1982. That is a significant date, as you will see later. He is the elder son of Charles, Prince of Wales, and the late Diana, Princess of Wales, and third eldest grandchild of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. He is the second in the line of succession behind his father. A clue that this depiction is Prince William are the wrinkles in his right coat sleeve that spell out William, as you can see below. In the mural, Prince William is wearing the Order of the Garter on his head, on his crest, and that is the crown crest, which is a gold lion, as in the Lion of the tribe of Judah. A near identical image of William at the bottom is found on the Denver airport mural as well. And in that mural, he's holding an anvil that was a sword that is now representing peace. The Order of the Garter was founded by Edward III in 1348, known as the Black Prince. It will be 666 years of the Order's existence in the year 2014. And on June the 13th, 2011, in Windsor, England, Prince William was named the 1,000th member in over a 600-year period of the Order of the Garter. The Order of the Garter 8-pointed star is worn on the left breast, and it has a 13-stone ruby cross center.
Glasgow, a maritime city. Its lines of communication reaching out across the 7 seas.
The Commonwealth Games. Elite athletes from 74 different territories competing under their own flags. 2.7 billion people represented. A festival of sport and a celebration of diversity. An event that has pioneered equality for all. Championing difference whilst bringing unity. Passion and desire to win, but at its heart, the desire to come together as one.
So, let's talk about Prince William and his lineage to King David. The Black Prince, King Edward III, was the very first Knight of the Garter. He comes directly from the lineage of King David.
So notice how we're talking about David and we're talking about William. And we just had the news, of course, of David Wilcox. The Will and Wilcox, of course, stemming from William. Let's continue with that.
Thereby qualifying him to be accepted by the rabbis as in the lineage of the Messiah. But he also comes from the lost tribe of Dan. Dan was the 5th son of Jacob, and the tribe is also represented by the 6-pointed star of David and a serpent. The marriage of Charles to Diana was extremely important because Diana brought one aspect of the Merovingian bloodline back to the English crown. In marrying Prince Charles, William is the first child to claim lineage from every English king who has left descendants. Prince William is not a confirmed Freemason, but has many Masonic relatives. Kings and dukes were Grand Masters of Masonic lodges. The last Grand Master, who rules the United Grand Lodge of England, is HRH, Duke of Kent, cousin of Queen Elizabeth II and uncle of Prince William. Now, as you look at the coat of arms at the bottom, Ich is in the left design, and Dien is in the right design. Ich represents the Black Prince, Dien, the Red Dragon. And together, they can read, I, the Black Prince, serve the Red Dragon. And we know who the Red Dragon is. So, Prince Charles's coat of arms represents the Red Dragon. In Revelation 13:1, and the dragon stood on the sand of the seashore. Then I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 10 horns, 7 heads, and on his horns were 10 diadems.
There is no event quite like the Commonwealth Games, and there's nowhere quite like Glasgow to host it. Scotland's biggest city, gallus, vibrant, friendly, iconic art, architecture, music, a multicultural city built on an industrial past, known for its nightlife and, of course, the sport at its heart. You know what they say, no Scotland, no party. The people have always made Glasgow. It's good to be back. Only this time, it's personal. 10 sports in 4 venues, all within the boundaries of the city. This Games brings us closer together, really close.
And on his heads were blasphemous names. And the dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority. Now, of significance to that is that at his coronation in 1969, and we're talking about Prince Charles, the father, he sat on a chair with a large red dragon emblazoned on it. During the ceremony, his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, said, "This dragon gives you your power, your throne, and your own authority." His response to her was, and I quote, "I am now your liege man and worthy of your earthly worship." Liege is an Old English word meaning lord, meaning I am now your lord man and worthy of your earthly worship. And also, as you can see here, the crest of the Knights Templar is showing the same symbols as did Prince Charles when he received this coronation. So, the origin and meaning of the red dragon symbol goes beyond the coat of arms. You see it here in the flag of Wales, the red dragon, and that means the place of the strangers or foreigners. That is, as in the tribe of Dan, importing themselves to Wales. And then you see it on the airplane of Wales, the same red dragon.
Into a cauldron of sporting brilliance. It will be immersive, an event of intensity and drama, where the atmosphere is buzzing, and you can feel it wherever you go. Win or lose, bring it on! You'll know about it. And this is the Games that builds on the success of those that went before, that treads lighter even as it reaches higher. Like the crossings over the Clyde, new and old, it bridges to the future. This is sport. This is the Commonwealth Games. This is Glasgow 2026.
And then we see it in the 1953 Royal Badge of Wales. And notice that there is a circle around the dragon that gives the letters Y, Dreg, Gach, Didri, Situin. And it means the red dragon should go forward. This is the unofficial Welsh national motto. Sometimes it is described as the red dragon will rise again, or the red dragon will lead the way. And I believe this is all symbolic of what is to come in the time of tribulation with the Antichrist. As you look in detail now at the seal of Prince Charles, the father, here's what you see in detail. But let's first look at the text, Revelations 12:3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. And then Revelation 13:1. Then I saw a beast coming up out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads, and on his horns were the 10 diadems, and on his heads were blasphemous names. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were those of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion.
Yes, we have the right tool for the job. Things are not always as they appear on the surface. A villain is only as good, or should I say bad, as the technology at his fingertips. That's where I come in. Just like in the movies, behind every cunning plan, there's a brilliant mind. Because in this profession, it really pays to have confidence in your equipment. To be able to depend on every nut, every bolt. You see, all this isn't for its own sake. Every mastermind needs a button that wreaks havoc. World domination is an unfortunate side effect of this one.
And so as you look at Prince Charles, the father, his seal, his coat of arms, you'll notice that the crown actually is shown here in 7 places, and they're all numbered. You see it in the lion figure. You see it above that represents the sun, Prince William. You see the crown of the face. You see the crown on the unicorn. You see the crown in the center of the shield, and you see 2 more crowns below. There are your 7 heads with 7 crowns. Also, we discussed how in this text that the beast would resemble a leopard, and which this does by its length and its thinness as compared to a lion. It has the feet of a bear, and if you look at the feet, those are bare feet, and it has the mouth as a lion, and it certainly has a lion's mouth. So let's focus on the lion, leopard, bear beast on the left. Notice there are 3 parallel horns on his neck, which are, in a manner of speaking, plucked out by the roots, which means turned upside down. Then come to the center photo. The helm, which is the face, has 7 curved bars or horns. These 7 horns, along with the 3 horns from the eldest son, lion, at the top, make a total of 10 horns in the head region. And from Daniel 7 verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
A supercharged engine helps with instant power. We like some luxury without performance. If you need to get away at light speed, you can't beat an aluminium chassis. The devil is in the detail.
And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. So as you can see in the first 2 photos, we have numbered the 3 additional horns to the 7 that already existed in the previous slide. Now, let's take a look at the eyes of a man in the horn. Over on the next photo is the unicorn. In heraldry, the unicorn's eyes are round and black. There are no visible eye whites. Queen Elizabeth's heraldic unicorn is depicted just like that, no visible eye whites. But Charles's design, here shown, has the eyes shaped more like those of a human, with noticeable eye whites.
With power like this comes great opportunity. Not yet, my pretty one. Yes, there's method to our madness.
Daniel 7:8. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man. Also in heraldry, this unicorn represents not only Scotland, but also a counterfeit Christ.
Plan your escape.
Let's take it further. The unicorn of the prince. The constellation Monoceros, which is the unicorn, is in the winter's great triangle, as you see above in the skies, formed by the bright stars Betelgeuse, Sirius, and Procyon. Monoceros is on the celestial equator between Orion, which is where God comes through, and Hydra, which is where the dragon is, and it contains exactly 66 naked eye stars. Monoceros forms the square and the compasses. The square is at 90 degrees and the compass is at 55 degrees. In ancient Egypt, the plumb rule was called a merket. The merket was used in conjunction with a plumb line to measure the positions of stars and their corresponding positions on the ground in Egypt. Our winter sky is dominated by Orion, but the creature that is following him, tracking his every movement across the celestial sphere, mimicking him, is Monoceros, the unicorn. And who does the unicorn represent? Prince Charles and Prince William. In the photo to the left, which is a hieroglyph, the horn of Monoceros points to the silver gate of man. And Enki, who is in this hieroglyph, is stepping in the direction of where the unicorn horn is pointing. And you see his foot on top of the unicorn horn. And he has a bird in his hand. The bird is the constellation Corvus, Latin for raven or crow. It sits on the tail of Hydra, the sea dragon, as you can see above. And it includes 11 stars visible to the naked eye. It belonged to Apollo, that is the bird. Apollo, the god of light, which the Bible calls Apollyon, the destroyer.
This royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war.
They say Brits play the best villains. But what makes a great villain? Firstly, you need to sound distinct. Speak with an eloquence that lets everyone know who's in charge.
Enki is the one of the 4 gods known as the Anunnaki, who were Sumerians. Anunnaki were associated with the Nephilim giants of the Bible. And then, up above, his left foot is on the horn of the unicorn, as if he is rising up from the unicorn out of the waters. The ancients believed that the Milky Way was the celestial river in the heavens, and Monoceros is on the celestial equator of the Milky Way. The winged savior. Prince Charles was presented with a model of the sculpture, unveiled on March 6, 2002, and Prince Charles was here called the Winged Hero. It is a giant bronze statue of Prince Charles as a winged hero, quote-unquote, saving the world. It is to become the centerpiece of a remote Amazonian town in Brazil.
Gentlemen, excellent. Now, a villain should have style. The suit should always be bespoke, razor sharp, like your wit. It's important that a villain has the means to say one step ahead. World domination starts with attention to detail.
And then there are many identifiers of Prince Charles relative to the number 666, the number of the beast, the number of the Antichrist. And here they are. 8 in number. Charles, in English and French, comes from the Germanic name Karl, which was derived from a Germanic word which meant man, for it is the number of a man, that is the 666. Prince Charles was granted his heraldic achievement, or coat of arms, at the age of 13, the occult number. The red dragon of Wales, under which he serves, Ichi Dien, means I serve. and he pronounced that at his coronation. He claims descent from Israel's King David, Jesus, and Islam's Muhammad, as well as the tribe of Dan, and all of those are in the lineage of Christ. But this is the Antichrist.
Take this tiny switch, for example. It changes everything. Now brace yourselves. This happy breed of men, this little world, this precious stone set in the Soul Sea, against the envy of less happier lands. This blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England. It's all mine.
Four, he will be the first living member of the royal family to have a life-size statue dedicated in his honor in Brazil as Savior of the world. 5, he was born in 1948, the same year that Israel became a modern nation. 6, his name can be calculated to the numerical value of 666 by the ancient Hebrew method in both English and in Hebrew. 7, his coat of arms shows the past emperors of the Roman Empire of iron, leopard, the feet of a bear, and the mouth of a lion.
Later in the day, the king will deliver an address to Congress, and the evening will end with a glitzy state dinner at the White House, hosted by the president and the first lady.
I have seen one or two things in my life, but never anything like this.
You love someone so much you thought your little heart was gonna break in two. You didn't think so. You ever try with all your heart and soul to get your lover back to you? Oh, so you ever pray with all your heart and soul just to walk away?
Before departing Washington, their majesties will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery in honor of fallen soldiers. King Charles and Queen Camilla will then go on to New York for several planned events, including meeting with first responders and victims of the September 11th, 2001 attacks.
And 8, Prince Charles has declared that as king, he will be known as the defender of faith. That is, as in all faiths, bringing them together. So, the coming world leader, commonly known as the Antichrist, has 33 titles in the Old Testament and 13 in the New Testament. How interesting. 33 has become the Masonic highest order number, and it is a number of sacrifice, and 13 is the occult number. Daniel reveals a second prince who shall later arrive. With Daniel 9:26, we have a specific reference to the prince that shall come after the Messiah is cut off.
They will end their state visit in Virginia, where they will meet with indigenous communities and attend a block party celebrating America's 250th birthday.
A prince whose people are not only associated with the destruction of the city, that is Jerusalem, and the sanctuary, that is the Holy Temple, but who are also associated with wars and desolations unto the end. This prophecy is referring to a future time when the Antichrist, often referred to as the little prince, the little horn, and later as king, rises out of the empire which was once ancient Rome and now Europe, taking his rightful seat of authority, the power of his kingship, and the crown of the red dragon. So note that the eldest son, lion, is around the neck of the dragon. You see that? Those 3 lines around the neck of the dragon, thus associating Prince William with his father, Prince Charles.
Ahead of the upcoming Earthshot Prize, Prince William has competed in a dragon boat race alongside expats in Singapore. The Prince won the race with the British Dragons Club against the backdrop of Singapore's iconic landmarks, and that included Marina Bay Sands, beautiful building. The annual Earthshot Prize awards £1 million, about $2 million Australian dollars to 5 winners, developing solutions to environmental problems. It's Prince William's first trip to Singapore in more than a decade.
And the dragon. Prince William will become the Prince of Peace. Daniel 11:22, the overflowing forces will be flooded away before him and shattered, and also the Prince of the Covenant. After an alliance is made with him, he will practice deception, and he will go up and gain power with a small force of people. In a time of tranquility, he will enter the richest parts of the realm, and he will accomplish what his fathers never did, nor his ancestors.
We know this will take trillions, not billions of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
He will distribute plunder, booty, and possessions among them, and he will devise his schemes against strongholds, but only for a time.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
The Denver mural above, he is holding what was a sword of war, what has been turned into a symbol of peace. So today, the unicorn is a symbol adopted by New Agers to represent a great world leader whom they expect to bring world peace to the earth.
Just a short while ago, we understand that he has now
Yes.
arrived at the Western Wall.
And we can see the prince arriving there at the Western Wall, Jordana, as we're talking to you. These are live images there from the site. And Jordana, we often cover Jerusalem in an entirely different context, the tension there over these religious sites that the prince is today visiting. It's interesting that throughout this entire trip, it seems that he has managed to make all these stops in Ramallah, in Jerusalem, today at these religious sites, while really keeping it as uncontroversial as possible.
Right, and we haven't seen a lot of protests accompanying him at all. It seems that both sides are really trying to plead their case and really create the best image of what they want from a new relationship with the crown. This is an unprecedented visit. We've said that many times. It is breaking history, but it is also a time when we've heard from the prince himself that he wants to engage in this region, meet people from all walks of life. And so both sides, both the Israelis and the Palestinians, have tried to keep this visit as clear of controversy as possible.
So Invictus is all about the journey for the athletes. Without the German team, there wouldn't be able to be the possibility for the Ukrainian team to even come and place its borders. So without Germany, without the USA, without the Italians, we wouldn't be putting the team onto the pitch. This is what Invictus is about. This is about the team coming together as one nation to be unconquered. Without you, we wouldn't be able to play. Thank you so much for looking after us. Thank you to the USA. Thank you to the Italians. We're having a great experience. This is the Invictus journey. This is about being unconquered. Thank you so much. Nothing to say about it.
Everybody loves a good Twitter fight, right? Now there's a feud brewing between the royal family and the First Family. Well, not a real one. President and First Lady tweeted a fake intimidation video at Prince Harry in anticipation of the 2016 Invictus Games.
All right, guys. So exactly 10 years ago to the day.
This is about being unconquered.
Twitter fight, right?
April 30th, 2016. Well, just over 10 years ago. 10 years and a few hours ago. But anyway.
Now there's a feud brewing between the royal family and the First Family. Well, not a real one. President and First Lady tweeted a fake intimidation video at Prince Harry in anticipation of the 2016 Invictus Games. In this video, Michelle Obama says she and the president will be bringing their A game to the annual competition. I like how tough they look, too. Prince Harry then tweeted back, "Wow, First Lady of the United States and President of the United States, you can dish it out, but you can't take it." Prince Harry then responded with his own video.
These are all the individuals from last year doing their thing, running around and some of that stuff. And the American man here was incredibly fast.
It's quite close, isn't it?
Message? No, from Michelle. How very amusing. So you guys watch it together?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Prince Harry, remember when you told us to bring it at the Invictus Games?
Careful what you wish for. Boom.
Oh, really? Please.
Boom.
I love that he got the Queen involved. Prince Harry began hosting the Invictus Games back in London.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Prime Minister, my lords and members of the House of Commons, I have known few greater honors than the opportunity to address the Mother of Parliaments at Westminster Hall. I am told that the last three speakers here have been the Pope, Her Majesty the Queen, and Nelson Mandela, which is either a very high bar or the beginning of a very funny joke. We too must act on behalf of peace. There are too many people who happily embrace Madiba's legacy of racial reconciliation, but passionately resist even modest reforms that would challenge chronic poverty and growing inequality. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged the punishment, the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. What a magnificent soul it was.
You know, sometimes what you leave out of a story is even more interesting than what you leave in. That happened when we were in Oxford, Maryland. Learned that the pride of that old town was one Robert Morris Jr., the financier of the American Revolution. Years ago, we used to go down to the county library and get a picture of a bird like that, but now we just use the internet. That's where I found this picture here. Now, the caption said it was a shot of the Greek god Mercury handing a bag of loot to Robert Morris, the financier of the American Revolution. Well, that's just a tiny part of a much bigger picture called the apotheosis of Washington. Now, apotheosis is a Greek word that means to make divine. In other words, this painting shows George Washington becoming a god. Now, I never knew that happened. But there it is for all to see, painted under the most famous dome in the whole country, maybe the whole world, the United States Capitol. Now, the most interesting part of this particular heaven are the folks that live in it. Now, you'd expect to see Moses and Abraham and Ezekiel and that crowd hanging around, but not a single fella from the Bible is up there. Now, Minerva, the Roman goddess of crafts and wisdom, is shown delivering an electrical generator and batteries and a printing press to Benjamin Franklin, Samuel Morse, and Robert Fulton. And Neptune, the Roman sea god, and Venus, the goddess of love, are shown helping to lay the transatlantic telegraph cable. I'll bet you they were a big help. Now, there's some other gods, but not a single prophet, apostle, or even a lower archangel in the whole 4,500 square feet. All I know is what I read on the internet, but I hear a lot of talk these days about the religious beliefs of our founding fathers. Now, those boys may have been as devout as saints. We'll never know. One thing's for sure, you'd never tell by looking at the Capitol dome.
Ah, it's you.
Yes, Man Cub. So nice to see you again.
Oh, go away. Leave me alone.
Let me look at you. You don't want me to look at you? Then you look at me.
No, sir. I know what you're trying to do, cop.
You do? You don't trust me.
No.
Then there's nothing I can do to help.
You want to help me?
Certainly.
Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. Right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called The Snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty-colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heaven's fly. You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Let's cheer, because we have absolutely no idea that you're actually telling us exactly who and what you are. We're just thinking you're reading a poem. The people go wild, cheering for their own enslavement and their own enslaver. Fascinating.
Does that explain it, folks? Does that explain it?
Trust in me.
Shout out to Shaking My Head Productions as always. And we get an ad.
Look at this, amateur.
What in the? Am I getting porn bombed by an ad right now?
This thing straight up
Is this ad a porn bomb right now?
turns your regular garden hose into a powerful pressure washer.
That
No
actually looks pretty legit.
No gas and no heavy ass machine.
Yeah, no, that looks pretty legit. That looks decent.
Indeed, you recently commented, Mr. President, that if it were not for the United States,
King Charles cracks jokes during state dinner with Donald Trump.
European countries would be speaking German.
With the Phoenix rising from the New World Order ashes right there in front of them.
Dare I say that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking French. The story of Britain and America is one of reconciliation
from adversaries to the closest of allies, not always perhaps following the straightest path. As you said yourself, Mr. President, during your own state visit at Windsor Castle last year, ours is an unbreakable bond of history and heritage, culture and commerce, industry and invention.
Doesn't he just sound like such a pretentious prick? Anyway, but I'm kidding. Some would say that. I wouldn't say that. I'm not rude. But those are some serious codes you got there, man. Some 888 codes. It's like the, 88's like time travel, 88 miles an hour. You're going to see some serious shit. But the 888 is like the infinity within the infinity. It's the triple infinity. You know what I mean? That's what I see the 8 as. It's just the Annalena or whatever that, infinity logo, whatever it's called. That's all it is. And that's all the infinity logo is a sideways 8. But yeah, let's continue listening to this very well spoken, intellectual man.
And we are determined to face the future together. Tonight, we are here to renew an indispensable alliance, which has long been.
He's definitely not related to Vlad Dracul, by the way. He totally didn't admit that out of his own mouth, that he's related to Vlad the Impaler directly, and therefore a vampire. Yeah.
Cornerstone of prosperity and security for both British and American citizens. But it is not hard to see how important the relationship remains in matters both seen and unseen. My mother's first Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, understood this so well. But then he himself was half American, a tradition of shared transatlantic heritage, which I'm pleased to say is alive and well in the White House today. Indeed, such was the closeness that Sir Winston, while staying here in the White House, in those rooms you showed us upstairs, emerged naked from the bathtub to discover the door opening as President Roosevelt came in for a chat. With rapier wit, the president cast aside any embarrassment by declaring that the Prime Minister has nothing to conceal from the President of the United States. Indeed, you recently commented, Mr. President, that if it were not for the United States, European countries would be speaking German. Dare I say that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking French.
Wasn't that great, Tony, what he just said?
Of course, we both love our French cousins greatly, and we three estates are not only bound by our shared values, but by a profound belief that together we are more than the sum of our parts. On this occasion, I cannot help noticing the readjustments to the East Wing, Mr. President, following your visit to Windsor Castle last year. And I'm sorry to say that we British, of course, made our own small attempt at real estate redevelopment of the White House in 1814. In just a few weeks, the United States and Canada will be among those to welcome the world as hosts of the FIFA World Cup. So in one sense, Mr. President, as heads of state, we are joint hosts. We call this game, by the way, football, Mr. President. And I can only say, as the head of state of 5 competing countries, I'll be watching the matches closely with great enthusiasm. After all, we always like favourable odds.
So this is the exit today. This is the farewell. From one douche to another. From one vampire to another.
Oh, I love it. I said you keep in mind. It's amazing.
Somewhat from one pedovore to another. Allegedly, you know.
That was very good. Very yes, very full. Thank you. Bye. Enjoy Virginia. Thank you. Great people. We need more people like that in our country. Great, really great people. Thank you very much.
Amazing people, incredible and amazing man.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We were eating some baby arms. I mean McDonald's. Baby arms. Why did I say that? That was weird. I'm in McDonald's. Me and the king were eating some McDonald's, you know, not baby arms. Why would we be eating baby limbs? I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. What do you think? We're some type of cannibalistic, vampiristic people? I mean, what is this? What is this? Some QAnon thing? They love me at QAnon, by the way.
Yes! Yes! Brothers and sisters, we are truly fortunate to bear witness on this day. Because today is the greatest day in the history of Samaritan's Embrace. Can I get an amen?
I mean, I love all this, love. But don't you believe in Jesus or whatever? I did. Now I believe in Homelander.
Today, we set America back on its true course. Starting today, brothers and sisters, we commit ourselves to a divine rebranding. We will be patriots of faith. We will fulfill our founding fathers' dream. Today, starting today, Samaritan's Embrace becomes the Democratic Church of America. And here to share his holy plan for our new church. He is not just a man. He's not just a Superman. He is the prophet of the Lord.
Thank you very much, please. This is a great honor, and we welcome Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom to the White House. Very special place, very, very special. And I also want to, before we really begin, I want to congratulate Charles on having made a fantastic speech today at Congress. He got the Democrats to stand. I've never been able to do that.
We came here looking for something. What do you know about V1? You come to the right place. And speaking of submarine alliances,
holy shit! You know what, man? I really got to watch the show because I watched almost all of Supernatural, and like 14 out of 15 seasons of Supernatural. Of course, with Padalecki playing one of the Winchester brothers, but this kind of looks like Castiel right here, but I don't think that's him.
You come to the right.
But is this even a real beard on Padalecki, man? I don't know. I can't tell if that's even real.
And speaking of submarine alliances, there was one particular AUKUS predecessor, launched from a UK shipyard in 1944, that served for the majority of her life, attached to the 4th Submarine Squadron in Australia.
We love to eat these people. I mean, we love these people. They're amazing people. Delicious. I mean, incredible. Just amazing people.
Playing a critical role during the war in the Pacific. Her name? HMS Trump. So tonight, Mr. President, I'm delighted to present to you, as a personal gift, the original bell which hung on the conning tower of your valiant namesake. May it stand as a testimony to our nation's shared history and shining future. And should you ever need to get hold of us, or just give us a ring.
Short stay, but stay nevertheless. Then you're going over to Congress, and You're going to make a speech that's going to make everybody very envious of that beautiful accent of yours. Very elegant. He's a very elegant man. Here in the shadows of monuments to George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, honoring the British King might seem an ironic beginning to our celebration of 250 years of American independence. But in fact, no tribute could be more appropriate. Long before Americans had a nation or a constitution, we first had a culture, a character, and a creed.
All right, it's time to go to school, son. Come on, get your hands up, man. You need an interpreter. It's time to go to school.
You will lose.
All right.
The bad blood between these two can be felt all over this. I can't get over the size of this rush.
Ready for the showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime.
Excuse me. Did you forget something? No. And Apollo seems to be in great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Ah, 007. Q. Please excuse the mess. Everything's a little bit up in the air, what with the changes and all. A couple of things to get through. Shall we get started? Just relax. That's it, lovely. Now, you may feel a small prick.
What is it?
Cutting-edge nanotechnology. Smart blood. Microchips in your bloodstream allows us to track your movements in the field. You see those readouts? We can monitor your vital signs from anywhere.
That sounds marvelous.
Call it a post-Mexico insurance policy. By direct order of M.
I completely understand.
Good.
Well, what does that matter to a bloated millionaire fat cat like you? In other financial news, stock markets rose both domestically and abroad today after the announcement of stronger than expected earnings by several high-tech companies, but dipped again, reacting to reports that Nicholas Van Orton had sneezed. Are you going to spend the rest of the evening crying at that clown's mouth?
I
It's
don't...
frustrating for me if you don't pay attention.
What is this?
This is your game, Nicholas, and welcome to it. I'm here to let you in on a few ground rules. You receive the very first key, and others will follow. You'll never know where you'll find them or how you'll need to use them, so keep your eyes open.
How do you can see me?
Now, let's save the questions till afterwards.
How does this work?
There's a tiny camera looking at you right now.
Is it possible?
You're right, impossible. You're having a conversation with your television. It's miniaturized. You know how dangerous that is?
Mr. Van Orton?
And in domestic news, in Southern California...
Yes, you'll solicit.
Is everything all right?
Fine.
Petroleum processing plant, yes.
I finished for the evening. Will you be needing anything else?
No, I won't, Ilse. Thank you. Good night.
Petroleum processing plant, yes. Several workers were injured in the...
Never mind who that is.
You want to know how a camera got into your home?
Yes, I would.
Cold. Cold. Warm. Warmer. Write this number down. It's a 24-hour consumer recreation services hotline for emergencies only. But don't call asking what the object of the game is. Figuring that out is the object of the game.
Hi, Rick Santora. Hello, Rick Santora. Wicked, and I am the king! Pepperoni, sausage, Canadian bacon. Listen, why you just get to watch me say fat? Look, I got this Kodak and there he is! There's a man whose life I want! And now the distinguished Secretary of Defense.
Great idea. Put a flashing light on your head when you're ready.
Oh, he's from that. It's night night.
Running security night. I got a lot on my mind.
Watch carefully.
That seem right to you?
Kevin, that is right in so many ways.
No, I mean, beautiful woman alone at a fight.
A crime is about to be committed.
Now listen to me, Mr. Secretary. I am telling you, you are the one that's going to be sorry.
You will be a witness. And the hardest thing to spot will be the truth.
Ka! It's you!
Yes, man cub. So nice to see you again.
Oh, go away. Leave me alone.
Let me look at you. You don't want me to look at you? Then you look at me.
No, sir. I know what you're trying to do, Ka.
You do? I mean, you don't trust me.
No.
Then there's nothing I can do to help.
You want to help me?
Certainly.
Okay. So let's dedicate this to General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. All right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called the snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, oh tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake.
A homicide detective and a material witness. You can't hold 14,000 people. There's 14,000 eyewitnesses!
We have 1,500 cameras. 800 on the casino side, 720 on the hotel side. What are you looking for?
It was a phantom punch! You sat down exactly when they wanted you to. They missed him with that second shot. Missed you. I'm betting that the redhead you follow is the same person who told Tyler to throw the fight. She's 1. Shooter's 2. Tyler's 3. The drunk who shouted the signal's 4. Whoever was on the other end of that radio is 5. 5 people make a conspiracy, right?
I have saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heaven.
Well, you know what's funny is I was going to shut down anyway at 51 minutes and 26 seconds for May 1st, 2026. But since we're past 51 minutes and 26 seconds, and apparently there's a Jew clues. What is this? Uh-oh, boo. And Tribe said this content feels like Monsanto seed oils and fructose syrup on my brain, or it's intentionally designed to induce psychosis. Boo! Uh-oh. Jew clues. Uh-oh. The Jews no likey. How can Orange Man be copyrighted? He's the most used propaganda in the world right now, right? I mean, it's like, not to mention I've talked to this gentleman several times over years, and again, he loves when people share his content. So, it's just YouTube being YouTube, you know what I mean? Jesuit tube, whatever you want to call it, big tech tube. They even went after a daycare center in the hood because of a mural with Disney characters. I'm back. All right, cool. We're back. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Yeah, I figured as much. I don't know how far down it was. Let me see something here. So I know where to pick up. Every time, huh? Every time. Let me see something.
So let's dedicate Al coming in and people coming in.
All right, so it was right at the web. Right at the web. So very just silly stuff. Very silly stuff, folks. If I may say so myself. And I'm saying so myself. All right, so it was like right, like here or something. I think. Somewhere around here. I don't know.
To General Kelly, the Border Patrol, and the ICE agents for doing such an incredible job. Right? This was written by Al Wilson a long time ago. And I thought of it having to do with our borders and people coming in. And we know what we're going to have. We're going to have problems. We have to very, very carefully vet. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called the snake.
I know, you're thinking, we already listened to this. And I'm like, yeah, you know, you're not wrong.
On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake.
I'm a homicide detective and a material witness. You can't hold 14,000 people. There's 14,000 eyewitnesses!
We got 1,500 cameras. 800 on the casino side, 720 on the hotel side. What are you looking for?
There's a phantom punch! You sat down exactly when they wanted you to. They missed him with that second shot. Missed you.
I'm betting that the redhead you followed is the same person who told Tyler to throw the fight. She's 1. Shooter's 2. Tyler's 3. The drunk who shouted the signals formed. Whoever was on the other end of that radio is 5. 5 people make a conspiracy, right?
I have saved you, cried the woman. And you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
It sounds like he's conducting a very dangerous investigation.
I'm not gonna let you kill her. Please, Rick. You're all alone on this. The house wins.
Why are you guys so anti-dictators? Imagine if America was a dictatorship. You could let 1% of the people have all the nation's wealth. You could help your rich friends get richer by cutting their taxes and bailing them out when they gamble and lose. You could ignore the needs of the poor for healthcare and education. Your media would appear free, but would secretly be controlled by one person and his family. You could wiretap phones. You could torture foreign prisoners. You could have rigged elections. You could lie about why you go to war. You could fill your prisons with one particular racial group, and no one would complain. You could use the media to scare the people into supporting policies that are against their interests. I know this is hard for you Americans to imagine, but please try.
I'm going to vote blue. Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
What is the profession? Yeah, which profession are we talking about? Just look at it. Is it a legal profession? Of course it's legal. It's a legal profession. I'm trying to read it. Okay. It's too many diamonds. Yeah, that's too bright. That's too bright. Well, anyway. Oh, Mason, are you a Mason? Of course I am. Okay. You have a secret serial. Well, you might as well put your pinky out when you drink the drink. Of course I am.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong.
That's all, folks.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
One more battery to bring home. When I'm far from home, don't call me on the phone. Tell me your love.
One of the silver linings of the pandemic has been new breakthroughs in medicine and technology. That includes a better way to deliver vaccines. ABC 10 News reporter Jared Aarons takes an in-depth look at a new patch
of course
that could
it does,
replace needles forever.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You just
This
have to.
patch, barely the size of a fingertip, could be the future for vaccines.
Well, what we developed is a microneedle patch.
Stanford professor Dr. Joe DeSimone, along with a team of researchers at University of North Carolina, used new 3D printing technology to create it. The patch goes on like a Band-Aid. It has hundreds of tiny needles coated with a mixture of the COVID vaccine and sugar.
You put this patch on, and the microneedles are so small that it's pain-free.
Thank you.
And you wear it for a couple hours, and that sugar will dissolve into the skin and deliver the vaccine right where all those immune cells that are targeting.
All right, how much? How much does it cost?
Helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
What a world,
in a most delightful way.
So, is that your way of saying, whoa, 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 didn't we already watch this? Did we not watch this one yet? That's a really weird intro, how it's changing like that. That's fucking bizarre. Is that because I have it at 1.05 speed? That was weird. That was really weird. I want my MTV.
I want my MTV.
I want my MTV.
Team
Sorry,
Sonic
tribe.
is back at McDonald's. You can join them for
That's crazy, dude. That's what that is. That's just crazy, man. You know? I just wanted to... What? Your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Try sharing your screen again. Restart your browser if this continues to be a problem. What in the world, man? What in the world? You know, maybe I will just shut it down since, yeah, an hour and 5 for the first day of the 5th month makes sense. We'll get a little extra 26 seconds there for the year. But I just want to make sure I come back, of course. 6 seconds there for the year. But I just want to make sure. Ridiculous, man. To come back, of course. 6 seconds. How long was I out there for? Wow. That long. Jeez. 3 minutes at least. Alrighty then. Right around the shack part, huh? So it's right after the part with Shaq showing his Mason ring. Alright. I mean, that stuff's all out there, but I guess if that's that big of a deal that they have to censor that kind of stuff, then alrighty then, you know? But happy Illuminati Day nonetheless, folks. Happy MayDay, MayDay. Yeah. We'll be back. I want to present the David Wilcock decode. Although I was planning on doing a Illuminati Day stream, essentially. So I guess look out for that. And other than that, and as a matter of fact, I guess, you know, we could just end on a classic note with an oldie but a goodie from, well, let's see if you know who this is. What would it be under? Real? No, wait. Where's it at? Where's it at? If I could even find it in time before the stream ends. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Damn, dude. That is unfortunate, man. I thought I had it here, but I don't think I do. So, we could always just end on... What about this Prodigy song? Where's the Prodigy song? Man, I can't find that. Why can't I find anything right now? I just got too many things in the save folder. See, they'll let this be online when this is what they should be cutting off, because this is just me blabbering. But of all times, I guess I should have had it prepared. Wouldn't that be the case? Isn't that the case? So that's a failure on my part. But maybe next time I won't make this mistake. So, Illuminati Day, folks. Happy Illuminati Day.
Here, I'm just Bill Cooper. I'm talking to you from my heart. When I'm on the radio, I am on a mission. And that mission is to slap people upside the head and wake them up and even make them hate me, if that's what it takes to get them to go.